G'day guys, welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. Now, just going to premise the fact, guys, this video is being recorded before the Jaguars and the Jets game. So it will make sense. But it's being recorded before the Jaguars and Jets game. But today, guys, we're going to talk about 5 scenarios that the Pittsburgh Steelers can make the playoffs. I know it's a long stretch. I know it's been a wild week. It's been a real emotional week with the Franco Harris passing, or the passing of Franco Harris. It's been a crazy week, right? But we have to get back into some Steelers talk, and this is something we just got to push through and go through. It's been really hard, actually. It's been really hard, I think, for a lot of Steel fans. Looking around the internet, it's been really sad. But something to try and cheer our spirits up just a little bit, and a little bit of Christmas spirit is playoffs, right? That was a really bad Jim Mora take, by the way. Playoffs, that's a better one. Playoffs. Now, how do they get to the playoffs? Here are 5 scenarios for the Pittsburgh Steelers to get to playoffs. So make sure you stick around for each and every single one. All the scenarios happen with the Pittsburgh Steelers winning out. The Steelers have to win out. They need to beat the Raiders this coming Saturday, the Baltimore Ravens, the old Browns. They need to beat all them. That has to happen. With any case that the Steelers do not win a game, the next 3, they're out. So here it is. Here's one scenario, or the first scenario. If the Chargers lose out, so Chargers lose out against Indy, Rams, Denver. That looks pretty hard, actually. Chargers could easily win all those games and fight their way to the playoffs. Now, New York Jets got to lose 2 out of 3 versus Jacksonville, Seattle, and Miami. Now, probably the best thing is the results already happened, but we need the Jacksonville Jaguars to win, right? The other scenario here too is, or the other part of the scenario is New England lose 2 out of 3 versus Cincinnati, Miami, and Buffalo. And Jags lose 1 out of 3 against the Jets, Houston, or Tennessee. Now, the best case scenario is the Jags beat the Jets and they lose against Houston or Tennessee. Now, Tennessee lose 2 out of 3. That's the first scenario, right? Second scenario is Dolphins lose out. Now, Miami Dolphins versus Green Bay, New England, New York Jets, right? If they lose out and New England lose 2 or 3, or New York Jets lose 2 or 3, plus Jags lose 1 or 3, and Tennessee lose 2 or 3, there's a chance the Steelers might be going to the playoffs. Now, Miami Dolphins haven't been playing that well recently. There's a bit of, bad luck going their way. They started really strong, and now they're kind of falling to pieces, which is good to see because it gives ourselves a chance. So Green Bay could beat them, New England could beat them, and so could New York Jets. Now, that scenario, if you look at that one there, it's pretty similar to the Chargers. They need to lose out. Then a bunch of games, other teams going to lose 1 or 2 games, right? Also, the Tennessee losing 2 out of 3, that's going to be hard. I don't expect Tennessee to lose, but we'll see what can happen. Now, here's one that I think that might be the easiest one with the games, right? This is clear cut and precise. If these 6 games happen, if Miami lose out and the Chargers lose out, the Pittsburgh Steelers win out, they're going to the playoffs. Now, I can see Miami losing 3, but I can't see the Chargers losing 3. I think the Chargers can beat Indy. I think Chargers can beat LA, and the Chargers can beat Denver. So that's going to be very tough. But that is a scenario. If the Miami Dolphins and Chargers lose out, if they completely mess the bed, then the Steelers have a chance to go to the playoffs. Will that happen? I don't know. Here is scenario number 4. If the Patriots win at Cincy or Buffalo, the New York Jets need to lose 2 or 3. And here's where the results already happened. But it would have been good to see if the Jaguars beat the Jets. Now, if they don't beat the Jets, then we want to see New York Giants lose against Seattle. And then here comes the other ones. Jacks lose 1 or 3 and Tennessee 2 or 3, right? And the other one is if the Patriots lose at Cincinnati and Buffalo, similar kind of thing. New York Jets lose to Seattle. There's a lot of names going on. And Jacksonville lose 1 or 3 and Tennessee lose 2 or 3. So to me, look, it's quite complicated. The playoffs are not in reach, and realistically, not really there, right? They're not going to be in the playoffs, but there's still a chance. There's still like a 0.4% chance. I think if the result goes our way for the Jags to beat the Jets, if it did happen, right? This is from the future, right? So it's already happened. But I think really, I know it sounds funny, but the easiest one on paper for it to happen is rooting for just these 2 teams to lose. If these 2 teams lose completely out and they lose all faith in the playoffs, like, Aaron Rodgers comes back, Indy plays a good game and they're so annoyed at that loss the other day, that 33 halftime loss. If the Rams come back and fight with Baker Mayfield, if Russ Wilson is in there too, if these 6 teams will beat Miami Dolphins and the Chargers, then there's a big chance. That's probably the best case scenario, right? Because it's only 6 games. Where the other ones, it's like you got to lose 1 here, 2 there, and I just don't see these things kind of happening. Right? That's Patriots. It's a lot more, kerfuddled, if that's even a word. Everything seems a bit all over the shop, but this one is the most easiest one to root for. However, the Chargers are probably going to win a lot of these games. Chargers versus Indy, Chargers versus Rams, Chargers versus Denver. It looks like the Chargers are going to win one of those games. So there's the playoff, guys. It's in reach, but it's only like 0.04% chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. All right, guys, enjoy your Christmas, guys. I know it's been a wild ride of emotions. I think my video is coming out just before Christmas. Myself and Owen will be doing a post game on Christmas Day after the game. To reflect on Steelers versus Raiders. I know it's a hard time in Steeler Nation with the passing of Franco Harris and everything going on. But I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. Hope hope you're hope you're well to one another. You're kind to one another. Hope you're kind to the retail people working during the holidays. It's really tough, right? All those kind of things. Hope everyone's doing really well. I'm doing really well in Australia. I'm having some friends over today, and I'm going out and playing pickleball in the afternoon. But there is some hope of a chance that Steelers can make the playoffs. But in reality, guys, after this stuff with Franco Harris, I just want to see the team go out there and play a good football game, run over the Raiders and show them who's boss, and just go win it for Franco. That's what I want to see. I want to see a strong running game, and I want to see Kenny Pickett come out there and play some good football in the cold and set ourselves up for next year. That's pretty much what it looks like. The Steelers, I don't think, are going to make the playoffs, but they still have a chance, a tiny bit of a chance. But if they do, it'd be fantastic. If they don't, just finish strong. All right, guys, I'll see you later. As always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.